strategy, the key elements, and the useful tools. Useful tools for that is applicable for those in the junior secondary school or those in the middle school if you're in the United States. All right. The tools, like I said, paper planner, and we can also use Google Calendar to schedule assignment and reminders. All right. As a student, there's definitely a lot going on in school, a lot of assignments. You are doing how many classes? Maybe 12 classes, and there's a lot of assignments. So you can use these tools to keep track of your assignments and deadline and set reminders. All right. And those are very easy and they're very accessible. They are on top of they are in your phone and on your palm. Just use them. All right. So this is an example. Like I said, you can color code your planner to help track homework and test dates. See, this is a student planner right there. Can you guys all see it? All right. So, and this is that's a planner right there, color coded. For those that like colors. Okay. Now, enlarge it. Okay. I want to enlarge the screen.
Just maximize it. Just maximize it. That's that.
It's good.
Yes.
Is it better?
Better.
Yes.
All right. So that's a color coded planner, paper planner. It's just a normal notebook, right? That is color coded for use. All right. So we continue. All right. So for senior secondary school, which is your set, your group, correct? All right.
Yes,
So these are the forward planning strategies. Forward planning strategy that you can use at your stage. The best strategy for you is to adopt more advanced planning methods. You want to adopt more advanced planning methods, and your focus should be more on long-term academic goals to include college preparation. All right, because after senior secondary school, you should be going to college, going to university, and all of those, right? Polytechnics and the likes. So it should be more focused on long-term academic goals, and you should be using more advanced planning method. And your strategy should also be to ensure balancing extracurricular activity and practice time blocking. You want to balance everything else. Okay, there is the spiritual. If you believe in God, which I believe, you go to church. You are doing some things in church, playing instrument. You are going to school. You are trying to write WAHEC. You are trying to write NECO. You are trying to write maybe SAT. All right. Those are those people that want to probably go to university in America. You have to write what is called SAT. You want to start preparing for those. So you need to be able to balance all those tasks, all those responsibilities, all those activities, all those tasks. You need to be able to balance them, right? So you need to start adopting balancing strategy. All right. You need to start adopting balancing. It's called balance. You have to maintain a study life balance. Study life balance. All right. So that's very, very important once you get to senior secondary school. All right. So setting long-term goals, and then you want to be prioritizing tasks based on urgency and importance. All right. Prioritizing tasks based on urgency and importance. You can score your task maybe 1 to 5 or 1 to 10. one could be like is not important, is important and not urgent, and maybe 10 could be like is very urgent and is very important. So you can plot it like that, so that way you know that okay, if it is 10 and 10, which means it's important and urgent, what do you do? If it is 2 and 10, which means it is urgent but it's not important, what do you do? Or maybe it's 2 and 4, which means it is slightly, it's not really urgent but is not also very important. What do you do? All right. So you need to start prioritizing like that at your level in senior secondary school, because more is expected of you. You also have a lot in your plate that you need to take care of. All right. So in doing so, you also need to focus on review and adjust plans. You have to review and adjust your plan weekly for flexibility. All right. So we are seeing it now, so we don't need to type much in the group chat. So review and adjust plans weekly for flexibility, which means you have to stay very, very flexible. Being flexible doesn't mean you do not need to be firm. You still need to be firm. You need to be structured and organized. You don't say yes to everything, but being flexible means when there is need to make adjustment. If something is not working, remember for the previous strategy for the junior secondary school, they need to know what works and what didn't work. So when you notice after your review that something's not working or you are not getting the result you want, you need to make adjustments. That's what that flexibility means. That flexibility does not mean you say yes to everything. It means you adjust as necessary based on what is working and what is not working. All right. And the tools you can use include the following. We have the Notion, which is a customizable workspace for organizing schoolwork, and you do it based on to-do lists and goal tracking. Is an app which you can download on your phone. We have Todoist. Todoist is an app that help manage deadlines and recurring tasks with ease. All right. So if you have recurring tasks like you take quiz, you take exam, this is what you do every day or every week is recurring. You can use Todoist as an app to help track and manage those deadlines. All right. And then time blocking with Google Calendar. Time blocking with Google Calendar help you to allocate specific hours to task like your study time, your sports time, and your relaxation period. All right. So you can use blocking with Google Calendar, time blocking with Google Calendar as a strategy that you can use to allocate hours to task. Are we getting that? So setting long-term goals at your level when you are in senior secondary school, we are talking about setting yearly goals, because already you should already be used to setting weekly and monthly goals already from junior secondary school. So at the senior secondary school, you should be now focusing in addition to setting weekly and monthly goals, you want to now start having yearly goals. You need to now start having 3 to 10 years goals. That's long time because that's your focus at that time, right? You're setting long time goals, right? Already you have short time goals, right? You want to now include long time goals. You are building on it, right? It's like building, right? So you don't delete anything from junior secondary school. You add more to it, all right? And you have a mentor. Once you set those goals, you have a mentor, you have your teacher, you have your parent, you have somebody that is going to hold you accountable to completing those goals. Because what